Generic greetings and welcome to World War II Rebuilder. Today's beverage is a very tasty hazelnut chalk oat milk milkshake. Very tasty indeed. So welcome to World War II Rebuilder. We have been tasked with rebuilding certain places throughout the world, including countries such as the United Kingdom, France, West Germany, and Poland across the Iron Curtain there. So maybe some Soviet rebuilding is on the cards in the future. Either way, this is a game I originally dismissed as being fairly fodderish. I thought, yeah, we've seen this before. It's just a standard remove rubbish and rebuild stuff game, and now it's post-World War II rubble, yay. But after looking into it some more and playing it, I have changed my mind. I think that there's a little bit extra here than perhaps some of the other contemporaries, and also because certain levels, if not all of them, are inspired by real-world events and have some basis, I think it's a fairly interesting touch. Either way, let's go to the United Kingdom here, and we're going to go to Gimbert, which is, it's a train station, so why would we not do it? I have previously completed it, but it'd be good to show you, as well as, well, get all of the collectibles and maybe 5-star it. Anyway, as you travel to London to help rebuild the city, your train is forced to an unexpected stop. The train station in the town of Gimbert is in ruins, despite the war not reaching these areas. Check what happened here and clear the tracks to continue your journey to the capital. Let's start the mission, and yeah, as I said, restart. There is cutscenes before each of the levels, but we're going to skip those for YouTube copyright purposes. So welcome to Gimbert. The train station at Gimbert and its surroundings have been damaged, despite the village not being the target of air raids. Maybe some bomb fell here by accident, who knows? Or maybe there was an explosion in the ammunition transport. Let's hope there were no casualties. This level is inspired by the tragic events of the Somme rail disaster, which took place on June the 2nd, 1944. So as I said, the levels, I don't know if all or just some of them, are at least partly inspired by real-life events, which I think is an interesting touch, and the fact that it mentions it is quite nice. Anyway, we've got a train that's obviously stopped here. This is where we've been jumped off, and we've been tasked with, well, let's have a quick look on the top left. Clear the tracks, fix the station, build the canopy, fix the roof of the station, and remove the damaged tracks. And we also have a ghost over there, so let's go over to said ghost. These bubbles here are the tutorials, but we can skip those. So you go over to these sort of the people that sort of smoke fellas, and we can see, oh yeah, we got planes heading overhead with props that don't spin, and oh boom, so we get these flashbacks in this sort of grainy sepia tone to show us exactly what happened, and it sort of fills in the story a little bit. Okay, so what I'm doing here is pressing control, and we get this overview where we can see what needs to be collected. So there are 4 resources in the game. There are bricks, wood, what was it? Bricks, wood, rubble, and metal. And I was going to say that's leaking, but I think it's supposed to be leaking there. There's quite a high bit of fidelity here. I think it's Unreal Engine, well, probably 4, I would imagine. But yeah, it's quite nice. Got some lovely flowers there, and that looks like a very, very unsafe bridge. But whatever, we'll go across. And this is, oh, that appears to be a bomb. Okay, certainly, if you find an unexploded bomb, I would not recommend standing on top of it. Anyway, we're going to inspect it, and you've just found an unexploded bomb. So the explosive charge is still active. We can either try to defuse it or call for help. We are going to try to defuse the bombs. We got this little mini game. We've got, I think it's a minute to complete it, and we need to flick the switch on, and we cycle with this dial on the right until the light goes green, and then we snip the wire, and then we can basically go through and do the rest of it. So there's that one there, and it's a very simple mini game. It's yeah, really easy actually, and that bomb is now defused. Let's press control here and scan. There's nothing really down here. I mean, we kind of have a look around. There are some invisible walls to meet and greet, but yeah, that's a nice little sort of creek here, river. I don't know if all that's supposed to be broken. I'm guessing some sort of, yeah, explosion or whatever there. But let's just go back across this rickety old bridge. And actually, is it a bridge? It's mainly just for pipes to go across. We only have a certain number of storage, as shown on the right hand side, so we can carry 170 bricks, 90 wood, 120 rubble and 90 metal, but we've also got these skips here, these bins where we can go over and you can put metal, rubble, wood and brick in it, so we can just put the resources in and it just allows you to empty that and sort of store it. There are several of these dotted throughout the mission. Oh, and actually exploration is key, because I wouldn't otherwise have known about this big pile of bricks that's there, so we now got some extra bricks so we don't have to go searching there. We've also got the shop here as well, where you can spend your resources or your money to buy things like scaffolding or planting, seats and tables. So not only have we got the rebuilding part of it, you've also got the clearing, you've also got the rebuilding part of it, where yeah, you do have to furnish things, but the game is not really, it'll hold your hand a little bit, but then it basically gives you free reign. Once you've done the objective, it's like, yeah, you're good, you can leave if you want to, or you can sort of beautify the place. Anyway, let's go for a hammer here and start breaking some of this rubble up. A, it only takes one swing, and B, we don't swing it that hard, so this guy's got some forearm strength, that's for sure. Just go ahead and pick a lot of this up. You might notice when we hit it, things sort of like break and bounce around. I have previously not failed a mission, because the game is, you know, fairly lenient, but I have not maxed out a mission because some of the debris was yeeted into low Earth orbit and went outside of the bounds of the map, so I couldn't get max level. So stuff like that is a little bit annoying. Nothing game breaking, but just, you know, it's just a little extra bit of jank that we don't need in our lives. Anyway, go ahead and remove this. We can see that, I mean, it's a fairly horrible, I mean, those are that's Elmer Fudd's gun, isn't it? They're just all banana peeled the track as if there's been an explosion underneath. But yeah, let's see what we can do to gather this stuff up. So picking all this up, a bit more here, and oh yeah, there's a bit that was going all over the place there, and a bit more rubble. I think what we'll do is we'll actually remove this other bit first. So we're going to go over to the cutting torch here, and you can't just click and hold anywhere you want. It says wrong cutting position. You need to cut it at basically the joint where it connects up, and it'll fall off. So there we go. Handy little piece of oh, we've removed all of that. Handy little piece of usability is when you cut through it, it'll stay glowing like that to show you what you need to cut. So if you just go like that and then move off, it says 94%. So you're thinking, oh, what's left? And it might not mean much here, but it certainly means a lot when we come to cutting other bits as well, that maybe we'll have a lot more points to cut. And let's just get the hammer back out again, just using the middle mouse to open that up. And how we're doing for metal, we're on 71 of 90, so I'm going to go back and drop some of this off. And I'm going to preemptively take rubble because I know what is to come. So we're going to go for metal, so we're going to put the resources in there, but we're going to take the... Have we got all of the rubble possible? I think we have, actually. Just scanning over here, there's nothing to gather. Across this trestle we can see, again, lots of destruction on the left there, and well, lots of destruction over there as well. We've got a huge chunk of that missing. We've got windows blown out over there. Yeah, it's a fairly horrible state, and there's another car down there, so we'll have to sort that one out. Anyway, let's remove these, and whoops, I I flung the hammer. Yes, that is one thing you can pick up. Probably not really ideal for imagine you're just going about your daily business and you see a, air quotes, professional rebuilder going round, and the way they're doing it is by flinging a sledgehammer. Anyway, so we need to use the rubble here. So we're using the resources that we gathered to rebuild and put in these sleepers, but we're actually out, so we're going to have to continue gathering. So we'll do just that. So we're going to pick this stuff up. Those crows, are the crows? Jackdaws? Ravens? Whatever they are quite loud. Anyway, let's... Oh, there you go. So I mean, the stuff's just absolutely been blasted everywhere. So we're going to probably cut this thing up. We'll go for the cutting torch here. This is what I mentioned about the colours. So if I just do that, you think, oh, I'm completed. Well, no. If it's glowing bright or glowing in some way, it means that basically we haven't done it all, and there you go. So we're just cutting this up. So we'll slowly work our way down. And, oh, we're actually full of metal. We can't get any more. So what I'll do is go over to these bins here. It is, I think I might have mentioned, a global storage. So even though I've placed it in the bins over on there, we do have access to it here. Not realistic in the slightest, but, you know, it's a very, very good... It's a very useful thing for... yeah, just gameplay-wise. And where did that... Yeah, that's... I mean, we're hitting that with some strength. We don't even swing the hammer that hard. It goes absolutely everywhere. Maybe if we just stay away from that. So we've cleared the tracks. That is a quest finished. And also, are those steps A on the side, B supposed to be there, or C? Are they just concrete pits that people have put on the side? Who knows? And, oh, there we go. We've got the station signage, which is... Yeah, well, it's not ideal, is it? Anyway, let's go ahead and we're going to break some of this stuff up. We're just going to go for a clearance. Naturally, your mileage may vary when it comes to what you want to do in terms of the way you're going to remove stuff and rebuild it. I mean, there's lots of... Oh, look at that old Victorian ironwork by the look of it. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, you could go and clear absolutely everything and store everything in the bins, or you could do certain sections and move on. The game's not even that bothered whether you go for 100% completion. It's just, yeah, you've got enough. Do you want to continue? Do you want, you know, it's chill that way, which is something we want to approve of. Let's go ahead, gather this up. A lot of debris there, and I think that's about it. We've got a couple of pieces of scrap to pick up and some weeds to pull, but there we go. We're going to go back and see if we can complete this thing here, and we're going to go for over to rubble 1, 2, 3, and then metal as well, which we're on 90, so we can complete it with what we currently have on our person, but it'll be very easy to go and gather that other stuff. Although we could go up here and, oh, we've got another smoke monster. Let's stand here and we again can see what's gone on. So we can have a look around. We can see there's other people wandering on the station. We can see over there, so that's obviously been built at some point. Well, sorry, not destroyed anyway. It's alright. And then we've got the train coming along. We've got the loco at the front, which is going past us. And behind it, however, there is a boxcar with... Well, it's on fire. Yeah, that definitely... that definitely combusted. So yeah, that's... Anyway, let's go down here, and we are going to get this sorted. So we'll grab out the cutting torch, and, well, we'll start cutting. So steady as she goes, just going down the middle here, removing what we can, and going across. There's not an unlimited range on this thing, but it does have some range on it, so you don't have to stand right next to something. And yeah, let's make sure we're not standing... let's make sure we're not standing right underneath the bit that we're cutting. I have seen something similar to that. I've seen someone... I think it was on an abandoned factory. And that obviously shouldn't have been there. And they were standing in between on a beam, and then in between cutting the beam with one leg on one side of the beam and one on the other. Yeah, that's some award level of working there. Whoa. Okay, he says as we nearly get hit by a big chunk of metal. Anyway, let's go ahead. Continue on welding? Cutting. There are skills in the game. You get skill points for completing the level, and then you can use that to either unlock certain abilities or increase your tooling, speeds, and even I think your amount you can hold. Yeah. So there we go. Just keep cutting up here. Take the side off. That's the side off. How are we doing for metal? Oh, right, okay. So we're actually on almost max out metal anyway. We're on 87 of 90. So we don't need to do all of this. There we go. Just put resources. Oh, look at that. It's almost... Is it full? Can you get full bin? Doesn't have a counter on it. Just our personal thing. But it does show what we've got in storage as well, which is 274. And what's that there? Collectible found. Cargo manifest. So, on the collectibles, cargo manifest is .303 drum magazines, 50 of, .303 armor piercing, 1,440, .303 explosives, and .303 incendiary, which we've got less. And shows you the total weight. Should we be carrying all of that? I don't know. It obviously hasn't gone well. So you get these collectives that are nice to find. And furthermore, I would argue that some of them like that are actually quite a nice touch in terms of telling us what happened to you, piecing together some of the events. Which I think goes a little further than perhaps some others might. So points for the game on that one. Again, we can see that nice bit of usability there. Pointing out where we have and not cut. And that goes over. And we just need to cut it in half. Yeah, this is what I was on about. Some person either side. A-framed legs either side and then just cutting in between. I think they had a grinder actually. Also someone with a... I'm sure...
This is Gilbert. Say again. My God. We'll call the fire brigade. Do anything you can to detach the carriage with the... What do you mean by civilians? The schedule says it's supposed to be a military transport. Oh, what? That's against every possible procedure. God help us.
So I don't know the actual story this is based on, but it sounds like, yeah, there were carrying all of that stuff. It's set on fire. They've been told to detach it, but maybe there was either civilians on board, or yeah, it was like a passenger train. I don't actually know. And there's actually a real life fella here. Oscar the station worker. There's a huge supply of bricks in the tower storage, as I recall. The station master used to close the ground floor from the inside, so you need to rebuild the stairs. Oh, well, we've already sort of worked that out. And that's... yeah, that's arcing and sparking. We have to use another mini game here where we have to use our adjustable spanner to... ooh, hang on. Maybe not. That's not adjusted correctly. Yeah, I don't know why it shakes like that. It's very strange. Wow. I mean, is that just saying you've got it wrong as the size goes? I mean, I don't know what's going on there. That's very strange. Can we get the middle one? Ah, so it's that one first, I think. Right. Yeah, so we're using, like I say, a mini game just to spin this round. And yeah, we'll remove this pipe. So there's lots of things to do. We've already rebuilt the track. Let's do this one as well. Do we need to do this one? Yeah. So is it a small one? No. It's that one. Yes, so we have to rebuild the track, which we've done it. We've cleared the track. We've removed some of the old cars from down in the gully. We've repaired the station master's stairs. I thought it was a signal box, but it says station master's area. And... ooh, we can go down. Is there any collectibles here? Yes. Some disaster article. 2 dead, a number injured. Station and town damaged. Incident occurred yesterday around 11:45 PM in a small town of Soame, East Cambridgeshire. Heavy freight train consisting of 44 wagons containing a total weight of 400 tons of bombs and fighter parts rolled into the town's train station. One of the wagons being on fire. The military load could have exploded any seconds. Wow. When the train driver, Benjamin Grimbett, realised what was happening, he instructed John Nightingale, the fireman, to uncouple a burning wagon immediately if the event separated from the rest of the train. Started to draw away from the station. The explosion took place about 150 yards from the station buildings. The distance was enough to prevent the chain reaction that would have led to the explosion of the entire train. However, heavy destruction was in the area. John Nightingale died in the disaster. Station signalman Frank Bridges was present on the platform at the time of the station. Died today at the hospital. Several other people were heavily injured, including the driver. His heroic act already considered worthy of award of the George Cross. Wow. So yeah, so the person down there, that was one of the people that would have perished. How horrible. But a nice touch that the game has covered that. Nice touch. Get the sledgehammer out, we'll take that lock off. And there we go. How many bricks? Hundreds of them. Hundreds of bricks. There we go. And we got another thing to clear this up, which will do that. And I mean, there's loads of stuff to clear. We've got all of this to do. Let's just make sure it's all got. Let's put all the resources in here because, well, we've got enough, haven't we? So I'll remove that. With all of these lots of bricks and wood. And gather that. I'll remove some of the... well, we're not only rebuilding, we're actually making it better than it was before, right? Oh, is that a piece down there? No, what is that? Oh, it's holding up the pole. Right. So I think we're pretty much clear there. Definitely need to sort that out. Definitely need to break all this apart. And this is a bit that I genuinely am not a big fan of. We'll probably need a scaffold for this, so we'll get that in a moment. So this is where we have to knock down the wall. Break that apart. Yeah, we have to knock down the wall, I believe, and rebuild it. Cause, well, it's seen better days. So let's do that. I mean, we've done things like this in House Flipper, where you can either start at the top and work your way down, like you probably should, or you can work your way around and the whole thing falls over. But it does break into chunks that sort of do hang around if you don't get them all right. Like, well, there you go. That's now removed. Okay, to bricks then. So bricks, bricks, and bricks. Easy, isn't it? Absolutely easy, that. And now we have to do each course of the wall, which is also easy, but at the same time, yeah. It's not my favourite part of the game, put it that way. So, holding left click, scrolling left and right. I'm hoping this is the most efficient way. Putting different courses in because we're going to have windows eventually. And I appreciate this is probably not the best view. It's probably quite disorientating, but apologies. Let's go ahead, we'll get it done. We're rebuilding. We're rebuilding civilization here. From the tragic events. I'm definitely interested in getting into other countries. I think it would be a nice take to read like some of the other goings on and not just in UK. And we're going to get to a point where I don't think we'll be able to continue. We're still able to build. I mean, it's not ideal, but we're still able to build. And oh, hang on, I think we're running out. Yeah. Nah, we're not getting it. We can, but let's work smart, not hard. Let's craft one of these, which is scaffolding. We'll put it there, then we'll just go up. Yeah, ladders are an issue, but that's a lot easier there. Still ran out of bricks though. Good job we cleared the majority of the area. Oh no, we're actually out. We're completely out of brick. Really? Really? Okay. I guess we're gonna have to pick up some more. Luckily, we know where some are. We let me just remove this and remove that. And some of this and that one. Yeah, we know that the station master has some. Can we get over here? Come on, there we go. I wonder if we can get on the loco. No, we can't. That's a shame. That is a bit of a shame. In terms of collectibles, there's still several that I've missed, so I don't know where they are. Padlock on the ground. There's all the bricks. Old phones. Another thing as well. Just a minor thing. I mean, quite bright. Not bad. Go in here. Gets really dark. Where there's a light. It's a light that saps light. What sort of heresy is this? So anyway, laying the last course of brick. Hopefully it's the last course of brick, because I'm not a fan of that process. And I think it's done, that bit. I think it's done. So we now need to do the... Is it that ladder? I think we need to fix this. So get with the cutting torch and cut these up. And yeah, you're probably supposed to use the scaffolding there, but we just jumped up because we're mavericks. across the exposed beams though. Speaking of the beams, put all these in. You can actually work smart, not hard, and look down over. And there's that. And then now that the A-frame's up, we can put them in and that, and then we just need the roof. And I think we only need 1 or 2 pieces, but this is something you have to buy. So over to building materials, roofing. We're going to craft 2 of them and a roof ending because I know we need 1 of those. And again, back up the ladder. We're on 3 stars. I think we can go to that phone and basically just hand the job in, but we're not going to do that. We want to get this done. So there's the roofing installed, and there's the end piece. Nice. So we've managed to completely rebuild that and get that done. We need to rebuild the canopy now, so we're going to go over to the metal here, and we'll take all the resources. We're going to have a quick jump up, and we need to go to the construction site. So this is where we get a choice, and again, it's good because we get a choice of what we want to build. We can either build that one, which is, you've got 3 projects essentially. You've got, what's that, a simple platform canopy. You've got a large platform canopy, which is a modernly designed canopy, and then you've got this one here, which is canopy with walls. Wow, okay. Construction is expensive. Do you want to do that one? Or do you want to do... We've already done a lot of walls anyway with the ones over there, so I think we're going to do this one, which is the medium level. And frankly, we have a fair amount of metal anyway. In fact, we're probably reusing what was already here. So let's go ahead and add in those pieces and those. Out of metal. We do have lots more. From the phone over here, and we can call them, and there you go. So we can finish the mission, or we can continue. So we would continue to have a look at more of the map. not really out of place. We could build benches. I'm sure there's benches and such. Furniture. Somewhat rebuilt the train station. We've still got obviously more to do. There's the well, the windows are not ideal, are they? Anything to collect in here? No, don't think so. Cool. So we will finish off the level. Does the clock work, by the way? No. So finish, and this is a really nice touch as well. So we got to finish, and we get a before, which is pre-rendered. And then afterwards, we get a real time to show what we've done. So only the basics. We could have spent more time here. We could have placed more stuff down, you know, make a better train station. But I think that will be enough for us today. That's been the Gimlet train station on World War II Rebuilder. It has some nice touches. It's very chill, quite wistful, and yeah, if you like what you see, by all means, check the link out in the description. If you want to see more, by all means, let me know. If you have any tips, suggestions, comments, etc., by all means, leave them in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.